Welcome back to the Modern Virtuoso. Today I want to talk to you about stage fright. Yes, stage fright, it can be one of the biggest hurdles for a performer to overcome. And if you're struggling with it, you're certainly not alone. I certainly struggled with it for at least 8 or 10 years as a musician. And over that time, I've come up with a list of things that really help. So know that you are not stuck in this state of being. You are not going to be stuck living in fear. So I'm going to share with you 5 tips today that can really transform your life and prevent this stage fright from getting the best of you. Number 1, the first thing, practice. Be prepared as much as possible. You have to put the time in on your instrument to know that you can go forward confidently. Practice that stuff forwards and backwards and at different tempos, and practice it in front of others too. So this could be your friends, your family, especially your bandmates, just to kind of ease into the idea of playing in front of other people. Next up, only perform what you know. I know it seems super obvious, right? But I can't tell you how many times I've kind of fallen into this trap of, oh, I kind of know that one, and then I play it, and then I'm like, oh boy, I shouldn't have done this. I regret this immediately. Don't get into that headspace. The employees of Guitar Center certainly know what I'm talking about here when some guitarist plugs in and cranks up only to play what they sort of know. Oh, not good. Cringeworthy. Don't put yourself in this trap. It leads to a sea of self-doubt and second-guessing that you will not overcome. Tip number 3. Practice mindfulness. So a way that a guitar player could practice mindfulness is as simple as, how does it feel to play your instrument? How do the fingers feel on top of the strings? How does it feel to hold that pick and physically play the instrument? It should be a thing of joy. That feeling that you have when you're in the practice room and you've got your tone dialed in just right and you're feeling inspired and what's coming back out of the speakers is maybe even better than you thought you were. That's what you want to remember and consider your anchor. So anchoring is a technique that stems from neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, something Tony Robbins is big on. And if you haven't heard of that, I would encourage you to look that up, give it a Google, and see what comes up. It can really make a big difference. So mindfulness, when you're performing, instead of thinking, how's this going? What are people going to think? Am I going to embarrass myself? No. You want to instead think about the joy of feeling your instrument, that resonance coming back at you out of the speaker or from your acoustic guitar, whatever it happens to be. And that's where your focus is. And whenever you feel yourself drifting, it's okay. Just remind yourself, I'm playing and this is feeling good. This is, yeah. How lucky we are to be musicians and have the ability to play. That's what we should be focusing on. Tip number 4, avoid the caffeine. Yeah, I know, it's hard to put down that cup of joe, but if you're the nervous type, if you are prone to stage fright, I would highly recommend you stop the caffeine intake 2 to 4 hours before your performance. It can make all the difference because it can really transform things and get you thinking about all the wrong stuff and make you shaky. Don't want that. Tip number 5, get outside of your comfort zone and get outside as often as you can. Now this could be something really small. It doesn't have to be majorly outside of your comfort zone, but something as simple as turning your shower to the cold temperature for 10 seconds of your shower. Why? Why the heck would you do such a thing? Well, believe it or not, cold showers can actually affect how resilient we are to stress, right? So there's certainly a laundry list of other benefits of taking a cold shower, but I'll leave that to you. This is just one way to slowly introduce some discomfort. Making yourself uncomfortable is a good practice to be in for a performer because we almost never get to control the circumstances. Things will always happen and we have to be prepared and we have to react and perform at our best. So get outside, do some karaoke, play in front of people you've never played in front of before. Play downtown, busk when you get a chance. And this is all very good stuff for getting more in the habit of being in front of people and being in the unknown or uncomfortable can really help us as performers, because it's kind of like a muscle. If we train it more often, it'll grow and things will get easier. So hopefully these will help you. If you have your own suggestions that have worked for you, please leave them in the comments below, and I would love to get a conversation going about it. Until next time.